It's very sad, but you see, these are not kids who are sinning for the fun of it. Why should a girl this age have to deal with these issues, pain and pain and pain? And Hashem sees that. Hashem sees the inside, not the outside. He sees the outside also. Like the Medrash that I always say, that Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Ra'oi ra'isi yasani ami, in Mitzrayim. He said, I see the pain of my people, ki yodati es machayvav, I know their pain. So the Medrash says, what's Ra'oi ra'isi? A double lashon, I have seen, for I have seen. It should say, Ra'isi yasani ami. Says the Medrash, Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Ata roya ria achas, bani roya shtei riyas. Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, you see one seeing. What do you see? You see the kid at risk, you see the tattoo, you see, in those days, they were bowing down to idols. So you don't believe in them. Hashem says, but Ra'oi ra'isi asani ami. I have a double vision. I see the outside, but I also see deep inside of them. Ki yodati es machayvav. I know that they're in pain, and I understand their pain that's deep inside of them. That is the cause for all the external things that you see. As I state in Nesivas Shalom, whose yahrzeit is tonight, Zayin Av. And that's what we have to do also. We see the outside, the tattoo, we see outside the Averis, but we have to have a double vision like Hashem. Ra'oi ra'isi asani ami. I could tell you doing this for over 20 years with so many hundreds, maybe over 1,000 of kids that really, there's easy to get lost on the external, the natznios and all the bad stuff. But Ra'oi ra'isi asani ami. I got to know the inside also. I see heines hachitzonius, veheines hapnimius shebepnimius. That's what the lashon of the Nesivas Shalom. We have to see the deep, deep, deep inside. With that, he says a beautiful vart. He says, "Mimamakim karasicha Hashem." So the simple meaning is from low down in a low place. He says, no, from the depths of a person. Av shebechitzonius eina mesugul l'krayis Hashem. Even when we see somebody that on the outside, he's not calling out to Hashem. He says, it's over. I'm done with it. I have nothing to do with this religion. You should know me, mamake hanefesh, deep inside of him. Oy vei karasicha Hashem. He's cruel, calling out to Hashem. Hashem, Shema B'Koili, please save me from my pain. Even when they, even themselves are not tapped into it, deep down, it's covered up. All the pain is covering up that calling out. But every Yid, and I've seen it come out at the end of the day when they're in pain or when they're in struggle, it comes out. They do incredible things because they're chelik l'kam mimal mamish, and mimal makim is karasicha Hashem. Even at the time when the chitzonius is getting a tattoo nebuch and the chitzonius is getting all these different problems, but you should know that you have to focus on the inside. A beautiful, beautiful child that you gave birth to, that you raised beautifully, a piece of Hashem, and somebody hurt this kid so bad and they're in so much pain. And sometimes on the tattoos we don't see it, but most of the time we do. Most of the time it's about death, and it's about pain and pain and pain and pain. And somebody got a tattoo, Gamze Yavar. How could Hashem punish them for that? Which angel is going to say that they had so much pain that they're going to go ahead and they just say, so this too shall pass, this pain of my life. These young kids, they should be running around in camp and they should be having a good time. And you know what? Let them even do normal Averis. They're not even doing normal Averis. They're so dysfunctional. They're so out of it. They're in so much pain, depression, anxiety, suicidal. Hashem says, Ra'oi ra'isi as'ani ami. Hashem, you see the affliction of your nation. Ki yodati es machayvav. Hashem sees it. Maybe on the chitzonius, even Moshe Rabbeinu didn't see it. Even the tzaddikim, some rabbanim, they don't see it. They see, oh, kids at risk, and what are they doing? And they're ruining. No, Hashem says, Ki yodati es machayvav. I know that the reason that they have all these problems in the chitzonius, the reason is because it's coming from pain. And we have to believe that, because nobody would behave this way. Nobody would rebel against their parents and against Yiddishkeit and against the community. Everybody wants to be accepted, and everybody wants to be cherished, and everybody wants to be matzliach in the environment that they grew up in. And we have to be like Hashem. We have to believe in them that they must be in a lot of pain if this is what they're doing. A Jew doesn't sin for fun. No Jew just sins for fun. If a Jew is sinning, it means that there's something that pushed him there. It means that there's something that's forcing him out. Nobody ever left Yiddishkeit because they had a destination. They left because they just had to. They felt claustrophobic, unfortunately, from inner pain and all kinds of turmoil, Nabach v'ha'aretz ha'yisayu v'vayu v'chayshech ha'pnei sa'im et mamish, confusion, and many of them were hurt from people, and many of them were hurt in the name of Hashem, and many of them were called names and were hurt. Nabach, whatever their story is, Hashem sees beyond the external. I thought of this, my own vart, that we always get so scared on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. The scariest part, we say, B'ichin levava, ois b'yayim din. Hashem checks our hearts. Goyla amukois badin. He reveals the depths, badin. Yodei machshavais. He knows our machshavais. Nabach. It's terrible. He knows what we're thinking, b'yayim din. Right? But, you know what happens? I was thinking, yeah, you see inside what I'm thinking, but then you see under that. Goyla amukais, Hashem goes even further. Baruch Hashem, you don't just see the external, and you don't just see the messed up inside bad thoughts. You see deeper than that I don't want to be like this. Nobody wants to be like this, and we all want to be good. Jede Yid will sein git. Every Jew is gold. Kol Yehudi hu kama Yahaloim, says the Nesivas Shalom. Every Jew is a diamond, and even if it's babutz, even if it's in the mud, in the depths of the sewage, ein lehisyayesh mimenu, don't give up. Tzarich rak laharimoy, you just have to lift it out of there. Va'oz yuchsar alav oirei k'berishayna, and then the shine, the original shine, unblemished, undamaged shine will go through. A diamond is different than a piece of wood. A piece of wood in the mud after a year is fulfilled, is gone. Its essence is destroyed. A diamond can be in sewage and mud for 10 million years. But when you polish off the external part, that's not a piece of the diamond, the actual diamond does not get destroyed at all. There's no damage to the shine. You just got to get rid of the dirt. And that's what the Nesivas Shalom brings down, I believe, from the Lechavitcha, that every Jew is a diamond. And even if it's in the sewage, we just have to lift it up. And we have tools lifting it up with kavod, with yedidus, with ahava, with bringing them closer to us. And no matter what they do externally, no matter what avera they do, no matter what they look like, it doesn't change their essence. Their pnimius shebepnimius, that is kiyodati es machayvav, and it's toiv, and it's good. Every yid bepnimius is toiv. There's nothing that can change that. Nothing can change a diamond, and nothing can change a child that's born as a prince to Hashem, Hashem's child. No matter what they do, no matter what they look like, no matter what they do to their bodies, it'll never ever change that they can all do tshuva me'ahava, and they can all end up in Gan Eden. And there are plenty of people like Rav Gershon Edelstein Zatzal and many other gedolim that say that even the averis that they're doing, it's because they're pushed and they were shoved into it, and they're anusim and they're cholim, and they don't mean to be bad, and it could be they're not even going to get punished for it. We don't know what's going on in Shemayim, but Reb Gershon and all the tzaddikim, they never wanted to see bad. He said, Anusim. I asked him, how do you look at all of these kids? Anusim. Yes, we're in Galus for 2,000 plus years, and there's so many bad things happening to our kids, nebuch, trauma and abuse, and feeling disconnected, and feeling like they're not good enough, and all kinds of learning disabilities, and being pushed into whatever is going on. It's pain. And it makes them into a bechina of oinus, a bechina of yitzrei halbashay. That's what the tzaddikim tell us. But regardless of whatever's happening, and whether they will get punished or not get punished, that's not our business. Our business is to believe and to know the truth that deep inside of them, nothing changed. They're beautiful neshama. They're clean, they're pure, their essence has not been damaged. The Nesivas Shalom says many times the difference between etzem and mikra. A person can be etzem good, but mikra is a happenstance. Sin happens. A person could be walking and he falls and he trips. Shuva Yisrael ad Hashem alekecha ki kashalta b'avinecha. Return Yidden to Hashem because you stumbled. Says the Nesivas Shalom. That's not what it should say. Stumbling is like by accident. It should say, Shuva Yisrael ad Hashem alikecha. Return to Hashem alikecha because you sinned, because you went off the derech, because you messed up, because you're amazing, because you're horrible, because you didn't concentrate and do the right thing, because you're about taiva. What are you saying? It like kikoshalta b'aveinecha, like by accident you stumbled. And he says, really, Shuva Yisrael ad Hashem alikecha? After all the averis we did, we can return all the way back to Hashem, says the Nesivas Shalom with one answer. He answers both questions. A Yid is good. And the only reason that a Yid sins is because ki koshalta b'aveinecha, because the Yetzer Hara made him stumble. And therefore, because nobody sins completely with balanced and focused thinking, as the Gemara says, Ein Adam Chayte Ela Im Kein Nichnas Bei Rashtus. A person would never sin against God. You could fight God? So the only reason you fight God is because it goes over him a Rashtus, and he loses his focus. Oh, you stumbled. The Yetzer Hara is planning on making you stumble, makes you depressed, makes you oppressed, makes you all different types of things. You lose your focus like everybody, like every human. And some people it gives more rushtos and very difficult pain and trauma and childhood problems and all kinds of problems that happen. Oh, it is a kishalin, and that's why you should know Shuva Yisrael, a Yid can go back ad Hashem alikecho, like the biggest tzaddik, all the way to Hashem, because the way the Eibishter looks at our averis is kikoshalta b'aveinecha. It's a kishalin, and you didn't mean it. And I give you Yom Kippur that you can go ahead and I'll forgive you because I know because I know sin happens and I know I created you and you do the best that you can and then you get kapara and we have to motivate people to realize that, never to give up. Don't give up on your children no matter what they do, no matter what they look like, no matter what they do to their bodies. It doesn't change anything. All we need to do is to enhance the ability that by the time they leave this world, they can do tshuva me'ahava, all the averis become mitzvahs, and they should be in Gan Eden. Yishmael, who was a murderer, a rapist, an oived avodah zarah. It says that he did tshuva before he died. And in the last 3,000 plus years, the Medrash says he's sitting in Gan Eden, and his chavrusa is Avram Avinu. Ad yoimoisa, Hashem waits till the last minute. So if the parents and the community and the family are saying, we love you, we accept you, you're a part of us, we don't look down at you, then we enhance the ability for them to come back and to do tshuva. And on the averis that they're not responsible for it, which is according to Reb Gershon Zatzal and according to many Rabbanim, it sounds like that's probably all of them. But even if it's not all of them, and all of our averis, we could all do tshuva me'ahava, even the last minute, and all the averis become mitzvahs. It's a special little thing in our religion, which is just unbelievable. Tshuva me'ahava, all the averis become mamish, not just like it's gone, but like mitzvahs. And we have to enhance that ability for that to happen, regardless of what they do when they're in pain, regardless of what they do when they're in confusion, no matter what they do, piercings, tattoos, or chas v'shalom, rachmana litzlan, even worse, nothing changes the neshama. Nothing affects the goodness of the neshama and the ability of this neshama to return. And our job as a community is to be mekarev b'avosis ahava, not to chas v'shalom reject. And remember, Hashem judges us the way we judge other people. We want mercy, says the Kedushas Levi. The way you treat other people is the way your din on Rosh Hashanah is going to happen. So we have to have tremendous mercy. And tzaddikim never wanted to think bad about any Jew. Tzaddikim never wanted to look bad at any Jew or think of anything as bad. They only saw good. That's why it says that they were called Gute Yidden. The Ger Rebbe said that the tzaddikim were called Gute Yidden because they looked at Yidden as good. And that's why they were called Gitte Yidden, because they looked at Yidden as Git. They only saw good in people. They didn't want to hear about Lashon Hara and about the Averis. Adarabba, it's our Nisayin to be Makarev them. It's our opportunity. The Zohar HaKadosh showers us with brachas for those who are mishtadel, who just try to bring back the lost jewels to Hashem. And he says to do it like Aaron HaKohen, to do it with love. And it's our opportunity to get schusim in Shamayim, much, much more than any Torah mitzvah avodas Hashem that we could do on this world. That's what the Zohar HaKadosh says, Parshas Truma. So this is all about us. It's not about these individuals, small percentage of Klal Yisrael that are struggling and suffering. It's a test for all of us. We want to have Aschinam. We want the Beis Hamikdash. We want to rectify Sin Aschinam. Don't look down at them. Don't get thrown off by the external, by the tattoos and by the whatever, the color of the hair and what their nebuch. Some of them are so confused in such terrible ways. It's up to us to see only neshama and not see guf and not see sin, only see the good, and to shine our light of love and ahava and acceptance and full ahavas Yisrael on every single Jew that we possibly can. And with that, we will be makarev the geula shlema b'mehera v'yameinu amen.